Hello, welcome back to the stream. That almost yellow. What's this? Hold on. Let's see what this looks like. Hell. What? All right. Oh man. Okay. So, welcome back to the stream. My name is Ron. I have a really dumb reason for being late tonight, and that is simply the dryer was almost done. The stuff in the washing machine that needed to get to the dryer pronto, or it was going to need to be rewashed. And yeah, that's it. That's why I'm late this time. All right. Real quick, before we get going here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Everyday idiot, welcome. At me. To move my shit closer. And shout out to everyday idiots. How you liking Back 4 Blood now? I saw you were playing it the other day. That was weird. There was no tree, then there was tree. Oh, thank you. Appreciate the host. Not that far away. Oh, thank you. It's literally just because of my desk setup. I know it's a little weird, but at the same time, you don't see people in the lower left corner often. They're usually lower right, which is where I prefer it. But I have two different monitors. And my main monitor, I like it being tall, but it would block my camera. I use an actual camcorder that is mounted to a pole behind my monitor. So I would have to lower my monitor, and it was just giving me neck and back problems. So this monitor is super short, super small. So I just slid it down the desk. So it's a little bit wider angle and makes my green screen harder to use. So I went back to the floodlight. Which with the red shirt, the red light, probably not the best. Over here. I can change the lights though. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Oh, 3. Got it. Yeah. Did he drop anything? No. We get some bacon. Bacon. I'm low in blood vials. So we're going to go fight one of my favorite bosses, but lately I've been having issues fighting this boss. So I want to stock up with some blood vials first so we don't have to stop in the middle of the boss run to do it. I meant to do this earlier today and forgot. I didn't think about it until I was sitting down to play. Okay, I'm going to make blood bullets. I'm going to heal. And then blood vials. Excellent. No item. Oh, I need to go around. Okay, we can use this to go around and tell people about the Chapel of Erden. There's 2 birds. Oh, wow. 1 hit, 1 kill. Hey! I'm not here for you. Get the fuck out. Oh, yeah, that's right. We also need the echoes. Good thing we're here. We didn't pick that up last time we were through here. Hold on. The red really kind of bothers me. What else is Halloween-ish? Mainly just black and orange. Orange didn't show up very well. That just looks white to you probably, right? Oh, hold on. No, not yet. I forgot that that is on. Hold on. Studio mode. That's pretty awesome, though. Ew. Filters. Turn off the chroma key. Wow. That's a contrast. That's almost too bright for Bloodborne. No, Spirit didn't show up yesterday either. I was all by my lonesome yesterday. Oh, right. You guys are one hit, one kill. There you are. Ah! Ooh, pebble. Quite thrilling. There we go. Oh, please? That'll work too. Wha-bam, wha-bam, wha-bam. You look like Slim Pickens. Ah, well, you're next. All right, with the clippity clops there. That's the problem with me. I ain't got no one to play those type games with. The, what is the Alien Firestorm? Actually seemed really good too. There's a YouTuber I watched that's not really big into those types of games. He actually kind of enjoyed Back 4 Blood and the Alien game. Yeah, we need to go this way. I just realized I'm going the wrong way, and I realized, no, not really. I need to go this way. Aww. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Give me them blood vials. That's something. Not great, but something. I keep looking in the wrong place. My camera used to be here, but now it's over my chat. So I keep wanting to look here to talk to you. Hey, girl.
Hello, Miss.
Nope.
Oh, okay. I can wait. But isn't there something I can do? Maybe Mum and Dad are stuck out there, waiting for me to come and find them. What do you think, Miss Hunter?
Burden.
It's okay.
We don't have the other option.
I love you almost as much as Mum and Dad. And Granddad.
That's some bad news for you, girl.
Don't you, Miss Hunter? I love you almost as much as Mum and...
Okay. Well, you're impressionable. Spoilers, that girl doesn't make it. Bet you're mad. What you gonna do about it? Yeah, that's right. I'm in charge now. I don't care about the crows. What I do care about Yeah, this is where I want. Get it. Get it. Turn it around. I don't usually use that. Oh, shit. Did you see that weapon transform? Dark Souls instinct kicked in. I tried to bring up my shield. I just saw something running at me and tried to bring up my shield, and that's the transform button. Because we ain't got shields. This is Yarnum. We ain't need no shields. Oh, wow. Oh. Took me a second to realize what you're talking about. I was tired.
I've heard I have. Shutting up indoors isn't always enough. Well, so what, Lib? Are you...
This is the lady we specifically need.
Well, don't you go?
Because as the night goes on and she loses her mind more and more, she's going to give us sedatives so we don't have to buy them or find them. Usually I get all the sedatives I need from her. Yeah.
What are you still doing here?
There's still a few challenges that he wants me to do and some stuff. I've got a clip in my clip show somewhere. I might try to find it and pull it up here in a minute. I don't think it's at the beginning. I think it's just the result I have, but he talked to Jeff. It was in PUBG. Bobby and I died fairly immediately. And usually when that happens, whoever's left alive is just like, well, time to go be stupid now. And as Jeff was getting ready to go commit suicide via enemy player, Bobby goes, buy you a case of beer if you win. And we just hear Jeff go, oh shit. And then like he swaps out guns and starts actually looting and stuff. And he got pretty far, but there's a pretty funny thing that happened that wouldn't have happened if not for that. Banned early reloading. I had no idea how much I reload as soon as I kill somebody usually. I'll kill something and then immediately hit reload. And games that don't have that drive me nuts. Wait. I know that sound. And it drives me nuts when I'm watching people play a game and they don't do that. Like, reload your gun! You don't know what's around the corner! For the love of God. We're doing pretty good getting blood vials. We're getting like 2 per person. Yeah. Oh, damn. That guy's not nothing. We just annihilated him. Oh, yeah. I know of Tarkov. I've never actually seen anyone play it. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Dude, I'm sorry. There, now you don't have to live caged alone. I got up here, I was like, where the fuck did the bark come from and why is nothing all over me? Oh. Hi. Goodbye. Goodbye. There we go. Doesn't quite make up for it. If I want realism, I'll just Step outside. That's my take. I don't want it in my games. I want my games to be weird. Fantastical. I want to suspend all the disbelief. I'm that way with movies, too. Something happens in a movie, and people are like, oh, that's not realistic. Good. Good. I don't want it to be. You know? I agree. However, I have recently kind of discovered the survival game genre. I felt that way for a long time, but I've been playing a few games that's kind of turned me around on it for a little bit here and there. Whoa. You usually just stand there. Usually don't care if I kill your dude, bro. Strange. Wow! I didn't realize we'd upgraded that much. Werewolves. Oh, that's what we should be doing. Werewolves. Hi. Oh shit. I'm dead. Whoa! Whoa. For the record, I tried to heal there. Woo! All right, I think we lost blood vials on that venture. So, not the werewolves then. Got it. Not resource management, right? Yeah, it depends, right? If it's hardcore about it, I think Prey handles it okay. Probably not a survival game. It has a lot of survival mechanics in it. It's got a lot of resource management and crafting. I think Horizon Zero Dawn is not okay at it. And a lot of stuff you craft is kind of worthless. The one that really got my attention and turned me around, I fell into a deep rabbit hole with, is Subnautica. PlayStation gave away Subnautica for free. And oh my good golly god. Subnautica is so good and so fun. And I want Below Zero, but I just am kind of waiting for it to get a little cheaper. $30 ain't bad, but I have Subnautica, so. Whoa! It's just kind of like more of the same isn't bad, especially when it's been improved upon and worked upon. But you know, for 30 bucks, it's kind of more of the same. So I'm waiting for a sale for Sub-Zero, no, Below Zero. Ah, I hit roll right when I got hit. All right, now that they're good and pissed. Oh wow, one hit, huh? Well, that makes this easy. Ugh. The dog forgot about me. How? How did that not hit you? Whoa! Well, it's what's hot, right? That game sold 1 billion copies and it has crafting. Clearly, our game that is nothing like that one needs to have crafting as well. Because that's what sells. That's what the kids want. Whoa. I do like in a Tomb Raider, it's not, it's weird. I don't know that I like the idea of crafting in the Tomb Raider games. However, I don't think it was egregious. I think that's a good example of a game that it was probably mandated to have crafting and they handled it well. There we go. I think Breath of the Wild is pretty awful. I like some of them. I like Call of Duty Mobile. I like PUBG. The others can die. I'm fine with that. Yeah. The new hotness, man. Whatever's the new hotness. I haven't played it enough to have durability issues, but I know that that's the meme. I heard even the Master Sword has like really bad durability. To me, that's the definition of the sword that should have all the durability. Otherwise, they need to change the fucking name. If the Master Sword breaks, who the fuck can put it back together? Like, how would you fix that? Whoa, Breath of the Wild is deep, man. Whoa. Thought I got fucked. What you got? Ah, 3. Usually you have 4. The world is very empty. That's the thing I was the most afraid of when they first announced it. They were so excited that it was like 12 times bigger than Ocarina of Time or something. And I was like, oh God. Oh my God. People are in love with that game. It's garbage. Immortals Phoenix Rising is the Ubisoft ripoff of it, and it is so much better. So much better. That's a great game. Have you played it? I've never actually talked to anyone else who's played it. We need to talk to Yosefka. There's a reason
Oh, well, hello.
I played this dialogue the first time.
Splendid. Let me ask you a small kindness. You're soon off to hunt, I presume? Then, if you find any survivors, tell them to seek Yosefka's clinic. Upon my Hippocratic oath, if they are yet human, I will look after them. Perhaps even cure them. This sickness, these beasts, they are not to be feared. This
Oh, dude, the
time may not
demo's
be
nothing.
long. I may be trapped here.
The demo's nothing,
But
but
I
the
should
demo
do
is
something
like
to
the
help.
StarCraft demo, where
I'll
it's a
even offer
completely
reward for your
different thing. It's
cooperation.
not like a slice of the game. It's its own
Tempting.
thing.
Well, off you go then.
Yeah. We have changed to Yosefka 2.0. First Yosefka, I believe, doesn't have any weapons. Now this
If you
one
please.
has weapons out. People think she's either going crazy or a different Yosefka, and I think it's a different Yosefka. Yeah, I agree. And I think Immortals Phoenix Rising, that map is huge. It is a huge ass open world game with tons of shit to do. You can just play it as a linear game and be done in 20 hours or less. I put 80 hours in that game doing everything, but you can beat the whole thing in 18 hours. And honestly, I did everything. The final boss was a pushover because I was so over leveled. I was basically Paragon leveling.
Welcome home,
No,
good hunter.
no. Yes, I agree. Wait, just... Hey, we did better than I thought. We had 1 blood vial in reserve. Now we've got 26. And they're adding 28 to it. All right. That worked pretty good. We've maxed out our weapon for the moment. So let's go back to Cathedral VOD. Except in the Chalice Dungeons. I don't get the hate for the Chalice Dungeons, but I do understand the people that say it's just copy and paste over and over and over and over and over and over again. As even I get turned around in them because everything looks so much alike. But the rest of the world, yes. Miyazaki, man. Guy is nuts. Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Bloodborne. All right. You gonna yell at me for something?
Oh no. Do you think I am? Well, this old
That's a fine lock, I'd say. Yeah? What do you think of that? Stabbing myself in the thighs. I used to think they were really cool. Now I'm kind of tired of them. Here, come over here. Oh, that's not the move you usually do. That's what I was looking for. Like, first time I played Ocarina of Time, I think that was the first open world game, 3D open world game anyway, that I played. And I was just like, oh my god, this is amazing. And now we die. Yep, here it comes. Oh, shit. Oh, boy, she's nimble. This is not what I wanted. I wanted Cathedral Ward. All right. Now we go to Yahargle. Yahargle Gargle. Hold on a second. This is kind of bothering me. Feels like it's looking over my shoulder. Yes. And that music on top of it. Gerudo Valley. You need to go to good old YouTube and just look at all the covers for the Gerudo Valley theme, especially Eric 331 E. It's like Eric with an O, E-R-O-C-K. I think 331. Any of his Zelda stuff, his Song of Storms. His Song of Storms is really good.
By your garb, you've come to say. I have no words to. You can take it.
Whoa. Actually, she's a woman?
Sure to please an upstanding member of. Oh, thank you. thank yous I received, there were many, and so then this, perhaps do you know? Oh, I pray.
I don't know Buck Bumble. I never played Duke Nukem, actually. Actually, one that I actually really love the music in. I love everything about this game. So it was my favorite game on the 64. Star Fox 64. Especially that Star Wolf theme. Oh my god. Look up MES, Mariachi Entertainment System. They're a mariachi band that do video game music covers. Look up their Star Wolf. Oh my god, it's so good. Yes, God? No, no, no. No, 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 no. Is there an item out there? You! I'm sorry? You! Don't think I actually ever made you VIP. Hold on a minute. Oh my god. Did you see how much health? Oh my god. Heal up. That was terrifying. Fuck! Okay, well. In that case. Yeah. Bam, 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 bam. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. No, that's fine. I should have done it ages ago. Okay. You should be able to post whatever now. Yes, Twitch, I am live. Thank you for just now notifying me. Well, if we're already here, I suppose I will just leave. Oh, shit! I do recognize this box art. I have no sound on my end. Why do I have no sound on my end? I do recognize this box art. Yes, allow. God. What did you do? Nope, that's the correct. Why do I have no sound? Oh. I always loved games that had the sound test. You just go in and just crank up the music. Nice. That's the start menu. My God. Oh, it's all downhill from there. They blew their wad on the start menu. Yeah. Mariachi Entertainment System. Star Wolf. It's the Star Wolf 64 theme. But mariachi style. They do a lot of Zelda stuff too. They had a Stan Lee tribute that was pretty good. And they did the Avengers theme on stage at one of the comic conventions. It's pretty good. All right, well, back to Cathedral Ward. Now we got our shit kicked in. I got that Buck Bumble song stuck in my head now. I do recognize that box art, and I think that's one of them coming to the Switch, right? When you, if you pay the $50 a year. I have used copies of the GameCube Star Fox games. I've never played them. Hey, there she is. That's okay. Show up when you show up. Two kinds of people in this world. Hey, you. What is with the little quick jab? Stop it. I don't like it. Get wrecked. Much like I did. Hello. Good, it's not eyeballs yet. Why do you not care that I am killing you? Oh. Wow. I figured you just fell asleep since I knew you hadn't been feeling good. I can't imagine getting that absorbed into Kingdom Hearts. Sorry, but how I feel. Oh, wow. Ooh, fleur-de-lis right up the hoo-ha. That's a way to go out. Boop, bop. Black messenger hat. Damn straight. You didn't miss much. There's more of the players in the game. You didn't miss much. We beat Bloodstarved Beast. And that's about it. Oh, dude. I was older than that when I played it for the first time. And I think playing it with me kind of took some of the luster away from my wife. I think in its day, she liked it a lot more. I think I kind of took the veneer off when we played it on the stream. One and two and... Yep, you don't care that I'm hitting you. Oh, shit. No, I don't need your insanity scythe. Oh, okay. I'll just do that then instead. Hey. Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. That's the what I'm looking for. We're gonna have to go get rid of some of this insight. Just start making the game harder for no reason. Whoa! No! Give me that back. That's my health. You can't have it. Yeah, they did. Oh, nice. This is the opposite for me. Christina had played them. I had never played them. It used to be she would only be on the stream or on the YouTubes if we played something she knew I would hate. So I had to hate stream Kingdom Hearts. Do 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 bam 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 do 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 ba-dum ba-dum ba-bum ba-dum. I see you glowing. Yeah. Quite thrilling. Oh, you don't care. I rolled. I hold that I rolled. Or I held that roll, depending on how you look at it. I'm used to having a fuck off hammer. And it staggers people, so I can tell them to fuck off to their face. Ooh. Damn. That's intense. Ultimate boss battle. One of my favorite Cyanide and Happiness comics that I ever did was the dude clearly at work. He's got his headset on and he's playing a game. You can tell by the way he's doing the mouse and keyboard with his hands. And then his boss comes up behind him and tells him that he needs to quit playing that game and get back to work or he's gonna be fired. He's like, yeah, hang on, let me just beat this boss. And then he turns around and knocks his boss out cold. And then he goes back to the game. He's like, all right, I'm back. Fucking love. That's like one of my favorite things on the internet. Good old Cyanide and Happiness. Yeah, hang on, let me just fight this boss. Oh. Whoa, shit. Oh, no, 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 no. The insanity meter. Oh, the insanity. Well, we're dead now. I used to know how to parry these guys. Oh! Roll, 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 roll. Okay, all right, all right. Oh, it's going down. It's going down, it's going down. Much like me. Oh, shit. It does more damage the more insight you have, right? That's not good. Damn, that sucked. When I die to this boss, we will be just running past everything back here. I gotta fight everything else at once. I love that this is the first time you're supposed to be like, what the fuck? Because up to this point, everything has just been like normal imagery. I mean, normal Victorian Gothic imagery. And you can miss these going in. Then you get in here. I usually do a hot drink. Like a hot tea, or I don't think you're supposed to do like hot chocolate, but I think that's better than nothing. Because chocolate is supposed to kind of gum up the vocal cords and stuff and kind of cancel out the warmness, but I think the warmness will soothe the soreness more. I tend to do like chicken broth. Warm chicken broth. Rub some dirt on it. Lemon juice, a little salt. Alright. One of my favorite boss fights, and I'm the only one on the internet that believes that. Not Rhea from Dark Souls, is it? Midnight Greatsword? Not yet. I've never actually used it in any of the Souls games. I used it in Armored Core a lot because you had the ones that would shoot or the ones that were a sword, and it did both. Ugh. I'm gonna have to clean that up, Amelia. I need that. You could just give it to me. Oh dear. I've never... You talking about in Bloodborne? This is very different with this weapon. Oh, I'm about to die. I don't remember your moves. It's been too long. Why? Ow. That's my bad. I need fire. I didn't equip anything before I came in here. I forgot you have a Getsuga Tensho. God damn, I love this music so much. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Sephiroth. Wow! I will have you know, I press circle. Give me that face. Oh, I rolled right into that. Hey, lady, I'm right here. You don't have to shout. Why are you glowing? I'm rolling. Okay. I didn't realize she would be that reflective in moonlight. Wow! Wow! Okay, all right. What are you, a 2-year-old? Fuck. 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 I don't understand. I've had this issue with the other weapon I normally use. My weapon is clearly going through her leg, but it's not dealing damage. Dead. Always Tifa. I mean, knowing what happens to Eris, I have to, I kind of go with her. But I have always preferred Tifa. No, god damn it. Well, I don't need to throw rocks at her. Let's do 1 fire paper. Some mollies. Dun 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 dun. Doot 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 doot. Bum 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 bum. Doot 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 doot. I can't believe I didn't use this. La 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 la. Eh. Wait a minute. I put this on. Alright. Yeah. I like her last few moments to be peaceful. I got nothing against Eris. I just prefer Tifa. Oh, right. I was going to do something. Environment? Whoa! Whoa! He started swinging before I even rounded the corner, yo. Dun 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 dun. Doot 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 doot. Dun 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 dun. I think the last time I played this game, didn't I have to summon for this? The audio tab. Well, there's my souls. I like how she goes back to praying. Even in that form. La, da, da, da. This is why we went and farmed some blood vials before we got started in this. Oh, where'd you go? Nope. Nope. Oh, shit. No, 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 no. Damn. Oh, broke her leg. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. God damn it. God damn it, me. That doesn't even do that much damage. Ah! Oh, shit. Sorry, old yeller, but I'm gonna have to put you down. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. I guess I won't take that critical then. I can't see for all the fucking hair. Ow. 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 Oh, she didn't. Right. Well, I could see the light at the end of the tunnel and I was just going for it. Right. Did you hear the music better? I need to adjust the environment some more. Do 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 dun 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 dun. I really wish I had some fire paper. Hey, I've got 9 insight. I can go get fire paper, I think. Bam 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 bam. Boop 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 boop. Bum 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 bum. So her healing. I played this game. God damn it. I played this game for several years before I ever even knew she could heal. And I was watching Squillakilla, I think, doing a challenge run. And he started talking about it could potentially end the run if she heals. He has to keep on her to keep her from healing. I was like, the fuck are you talking about? Never saw it. He killed her before she healed. And one day here live on stream, I'm playing it. She gets into praying stance and starts healing. I was like, what the fuck? Years. I had never seen that move. Every time you break one of her limbs, you get a chance at a, ow! Ow, my limbs! You get a chance at a critical. No! Music hasn't even gotten started yet. I can't die now. The music! I always think of Family Guy. And he makes that wish that he has his own theme song that plays every time he moves. And then was he on like a subway? And people were just like, turn it off. And he's like, I can't. Wow, I didn't even get to use that bone marrow ash. Thank you, bird. Dude, need some warm tea. Warm chicken soup. Bom, 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 bom. Doot, 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 doot. I jumped. Good night, everyday idiot. And I'll be saying it to you about 3 or 4 more times in the next couple hours, I'm sure. Sephiroth. Hey, girl. What them antlers do? Ow. Oh, shit, that hit me. Excuse me. Excuse me, miss. Miss? Okay. All right. Buckle up, buckaroos. Huh. I didn't realize that would go away. I didn't realize that was part of being an affiliate. I'm no longer an affiliate, by the way. Also, I don't know if Everyday Idiot is still here. Usually he lingers for a while after he says goodnight. But I was also going to announce that I am... Yep, there he is. I'm no longer an affiliate. I had them turn it off. Oh, shit! Because here in about a month or so, around like Thanksgiving holidays, I'm probably going to quit streaming, I think. Oh, shit! Don't do it again! No, the points are stream elements. They're not affiliated with Twitch. But apparently the bubble points are gone. I didn't realize that was an affiliate thing. I'll probably be around. I'll probably turn on the stream every now and again, but it won't be a regular thing. Shit, I dodged too early and she still missed. Yep. I figured, since it's not like I'm deleting my account, right? If I'm only streaming every once in a while, from this point on... Oh, it didn't give me the sound. Oh, right, I turned sound effects down. Oh, shit. That probably not worth having a sub button. Hey, girl, them antlers do. It is the other side effect, too. I usually am spending my time streaming to Twitch, not streaming from Twitch. So I'll probably be able to catch some of y'all's streams. Shit. Shit, girl. That's what the antlers do, not the claws. Hey, 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 hey. The backhand? Show some respect. Don't do it. No! I need fire paper. I can't roll. Give me my souls. Stop standing on them. So a good thing I got my souls. Just time. I'm a little burned out. I don't really feel like I have the time that much anymore. And I don't know. Just kind of not feeling it at the moment. I need to stop using my bone marrow ash until I plan to actually fire my gun. Oh, you know what? I keep talking about fire paper. Yeah, it's not my first time to stop. Back when I was around PGB, I stopped for a while, and then I came back and actually made affiliate. I'm thinking though, if I come back full time, it might be over on YouTube. I think I like what YouTube's doing over there better than Twitch these days. I do hate that the points are gone. What was I doing? Oh, wait, hold on. Eh. Fire paper. That's what I was doing. Yes. Assuming, yeah. Yo. God damn it, I keep doing that. Fire paper. It's shark converter. I am free of the shark. What? 1,700, and it gets more expensive from there. Crack open some of them insights. I don't even know. Ah, it's back by the printer. I don't even know where it's at since we kind of rearranged some stuff in here. I've actually got 2 more hats that I meant to make buttons for. Oh man, just type in silly hat into Amazon. Did I ever explain the shark hat? Really? I didn't realize Bobby spent that much time on Twitch. I'm trying to remember where I bought it. I don't think I did buy it. I think somebody else had it. And I think it kind of became mine. I used to work at a bank. Shark Month, that's right. I forgot about that. I used to work at a bank. And at the local aquarium, there's an event every year called Hollow Marine. And you go there and you take your kids there and they can trick or treat and all that. And all of the booths are businesses set up that have set up places to give out candy, and they give the parents leaflets and stuff like, let us clean your gutters and stuff. Well, we would be there with our popcorn popper that we usually had in the lobby. And the girls would always wear whatever costumes. And I usually came straight over from working, so I was still in my bank clothes. I didn't have a costume. And somehow someone had that hat. And it became, it kind of slowly became mine because I would just put on the hat and serve popcorn wearing the hat. So I would be in an aquarium over by the sharks wearing a shark hat on my head, serving up popcorn in my polo shirt that had the bank name. Yeah, we'd be over by the pirate. Because they'd have a pirate ship and everything set up that you could take a picture with this pirate. Same guy every year did it. We'd be right next to him. I'd hang out with him when we didn't have people, which was rare. You're talking late into the week when you don't have people. Fuck. Lady, back off. But get it, you vape. My God. That's still a meme? That stopped being a meme like 10 years ago? Lady, if you want a hug, be nice and maybe I will hug you. Oh. I should have ignited the fire paper before doing that. Hey. Ow. Oh, shit. I'm dead. If I stay on her, she shouldn't heal. God, this is very different without the Kirk hammer. And this technically does more damage to her. Though it has a damage boost. I don't know that it does more damage. Fuck me. Fuck me. Yeah. I'm sure. That sounds like Bobby. He likes to mess with people. I know you're watching, Bobby. This is on YouTube by the time you're watching, but I know you're watching. You know it's true. You leave Phoenix alone. But I was thinking, I talked a while back about maybe even doing video essays on YouTube. And that I never did because I just never really had the time. And now I'm thinking I might be able to put one of those up every once in a while. Fuck me. What is happening? Why are they so angry? Yeah, I was thinking about doing some on some of my favorite video games. And like what makes them my favorite video games. I actually have one in DaVinci that I started and never finished editing over Mega Man X. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting worse as I go. That was kind of bullshit game. That's the one I never see coming. What? Oh, wow. Before everything happened with Blizzard, I was kind of thinking about doing just straight up Diablo lore videos before Diablo 4 comes out. But I'm not even sure I'm buying Diablo 4 at this point until they straighten their shit up. But I'm a huge fan of the Diablo series. And I feel like people just open up those games and they're just like, loot! Gotta get the orange loot! But it's actually got really great story and really awesome lore. Yeah, see, I'm thinking mine will be quite a bit shorter than that. I think I was at right around 7 minutes on the Mega Man X one. I was trying to get down to around 5. But that is also a really short game. Yeah, they were pretty much my favorite video game company, and now I can't even stand to really hear their name. Yeah, it's rough. Especially with Diablo 4 coming and it doing what I wanted. There's so much lore and there's so many characters in that universe. We don't need Diablo to be the villain every time. What is happening? I didn't even see the hit. This used to be one of my favorite fights. The last 2 or 3 times I've played this game, I couldn't beat her on my own. I don't know what's happening. I'm using a different weapon than I normally use at this point, but still, that shouldn't be... Yeah, it's pretty bad. It makes me sad for a number of reasons. Not just the selfish reason of it was probably my favorite video game company between StarCraft and Diablo, but also, you know, all the victims and their responses and cube crawls and all kinds of shit. But anyway, yeah, they were finally doing what I wanted with Diablo 4. Lilith is a figure that looms very large in Diablo lore. And she's only ever been kind of mentioned as a footnote Everything we know about that character is a footnote. And they were finally changing villains for a change. How did that not hit? Real finicky today. Oh my god. Hey. No, let me up. Stop shoving me. I don't like that glow. I know it's a lighting engine thing with the moonlight, but... Hey, Amelia, you ever dance with a deer in the pale moonlight? Whoa! Whoa! I wasn't gonna go for the hit. Oh, I'm glad I didn't. And I'm dead. Yeah. I know. I know, Spirit. Yeah, I'll play it eventually. I mean, I have to. I own all the books and all the lore books and all the games, and I have to play it. But I'm not buying it till they get their shit together. Yeah. I'm of the mindset that all games cost $20. It's just how much would you rather pay to play it now? So I usually end up waiting like an additional year for a lot of games. True. All right. No. Wait, where's the head? No! Oh, come on! Yeah, there's something going on. I know that because, my God. Can't even get, like, the V8 juice that my kids drink. The strawberry one or whatever. the last time I went in the store, it's just like a bunch of weird stuff missing. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of expired stuff. Having to do the refund thing. Oh my God. Lady. I hate that stagger just being near her. Okay. I guess I won't get a critical then. No. Too far away from her. She might try to heal. Blech. I'm dead. No, okay. That's the grab. Not again. I refuse. We finally went into her phase 2. Woo! Get wrecked. Except for these 2 weird avocados I had, by the way. For your fruit that lasts more than 2 days. I had these really weird avocados. And I always buy the super green ones, nice and firm. I'm not going to get to them immediately. So they sit in the basket, fruit basket, to ripen. They never ripened. They just stayed firm and really, really bright green for like a week. And then after about a week, in like 2 days, they were just mush and fell apart. Man, that sucks. Yeah, I don't know what was up with this goddamn, there it is. All right, wake up. Why don't you put on a little makeup?
Very well.
Yeah, let's go for health, evidently.
Farewell, good hunter.
Yeah. No, I'm just Hunter. Good Hunter was my father. Doot. 4,800. About to die a lot more than I already have. When angels deserve to die. Oh man, one of my favorite AMVs that someone made was that song set to a bunch of scenes from Fooly Cooly. Fucking great. Willem Dafoe? Oh, I already got that from the video you sent earlier. All right, I beat Amelia. Shit's different around here. Oh, look, this dead body that I already collected items from earlier. Hey, what is that? Oh, it's the devil's anus. To be fair, I didn't know it was called that when I first chose it. The children too. God, I can't wait to get to Maria. Probably my favorite fight in Souls. Lady Maria. Her corpse should be left well alone. God, between her and Artorias, I just don't know. She's a lot hotter than Artorias. But Artorias is the wolf knight, and I like wolves. Yes, twin blood shards. That's what we need to upgrade. We couldn't come here without beating Amelia. There's stuff over here. Drop down or something. Oh, there's a drop down right there. Oh, fuck. Hey, you stream every day, idiot. You stream, I stream, we all stream for ice cream. Stream elements. You like to play your own music. Stream before all that stuff happened. Stream Beats by Harris Heller. Streambeats.com, I think. He's the guy behind Alpha Gaming on YouTube. He and a few other musicians put together a bunch of royalty-free music. It has now grown into a massive library. It's totally free. You shouldn't get hit with a DMCA, but if you do, he even has the license available for download saying that you have the right to play it. It's totally just set up. I died. I got the item, though. Nice. I just realized I changed the environment. Oh, you know, first you got shot, then a dog chews you up. Next thing you know, you're dead. Maybe now I can hear the dogs coming. God, the game seems so loud now. Oh boy. Rengino? Okay, you know what? Just eyes on the prize. Eyes on the prize. Nice. It was an intense 3 seconds. What can I say? There's a trick here somewhere. Dude, really? Machete don't dance. Get stanky. Oh no. There was the trick. Everyone loves it. Everyone named me loves it. Hey, that was worth it. Shit. What is the point in the time delay bombs? Ow! He didn't cock his boom hammer. That's good. I'd be dead if he did. Probably. Woohoo! Bam 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 bam. Ow! No, no! I'm dodging too early on the gunshots. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. No, oh no. Oh no. Oh, Bob and Weave. Oh shit. Shit 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 shit. Someone tell Bob and Weave that I need them here now. Oh, okay. Hey, how's it going? Oh, I'm sure he does. He enjoys the power. Well, that was something. Indeed.
You're a hunter.
I have no interest.
Beware.
I suddenly find myself interested. All right. Why did I get 2,700 blood echoes from? I haven't even fought anything. Your mom points. All right. Let us go. You didn't come far enough out. You didn't come far enough out. Get out the hole. That's what she said. Where's the dog? Where's the dog? Where's the beast hunter? Beast hunter. That's my item. That's it. That's the item. That's the item. Right. Let's see. Wait a minute. I saw chat move. I was too busy worrying about that. Ow! Hey, can you not? Thank you. Ow. You know, I needed that health. Oh my god. That dog. Oh! Ah! Here we go, folks. What do I usually do, Phoenix? I trigger him and then turn around and go the other way, right? Isn't that what I normally do? I forget. How long has it been since we played this game? Has it been a year? Did I play it last Halloween? It's amazing what we forget in a year. Especially when we haven't slept in a year. I keep saying we because I'm Venom. I don't know if anyone knew that. Excuse me. Pardon me. You. Oh, I forgot he's got the blunderbuss. That bird has my blood echoes. I did literally nothing to get those. Thank God no one else can climb ladders in the past. They had them, they just didn't know how to use them. Yep, that worked like a charm. Good idea, Spirit Phoenix. Oh, well, thank you. Like I said, I'll be around. I'll be going live every once in a while. There'll probably be a notification going out via Twitter or something that's just like, you know what? I feel like a stream. I was actually thinking, I am definitely enjoying our Hades days. I might just keep it going on Sundays for a while. No, 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 no. This poor son of a bitch. There's a witch around here, right? It's gonna come up from behind. No, there's a bird though. Oh, the witch is in there. Yeah, so I definitely don't want to go in there. No, there she is. Why didn't she come after me? Almost there. All will become clear. Momentarily. At least now, though, we can warp over to here. We can do that later, too, when we are ready to fight Ludwig. And his Moonlight Greatsword of Moonlightedness. Hurry, he's coming for me. Okay, well, fuck you, I guess. No. Okay, well, yeah, fuck me then, I guess. Here comes the jump scare. Jump scare. Da-na-na-na. Do 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 do. Well, glad I could. Glad I could. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Now I just need souls. I think, though, we got enough. 162, that's all we need. All night long, all night. Nope. There we go. Soul candies. How much are these worth? What's this worth? I'll do it. Do I have enough? 18 strength. What is my strength? 14? 14. Okay. Well, let's get it leveled up first. Oh, you guys might be interested in this. I don't know if you've ever heard of a podcast called Watch Out for Fireballs. They're the same people that did Bonfireside Chat, Gary and Cole. One of their upcoming episodes is Stardew Valley. They do deep dives into games and the story of the game and the mechanics and all that. It's a little bit book clubbish for video games. A little bit. But they do like hour and a half, 2-hour episodes regularly.
Welcome home.
I don't know when that one is. It's called Watch Out for Fireballs. Ooh, what's it called? Yeah, Spirit will dig that. It's pretty good. They've done all kinds of stuff. Their first episode is Mega Man X.
Farewell, good may.
So I'll throw that out there. No particular reason. Okay.
Welcome. What is it? Very well.
Yeah. This is why Lobos Jr. takes your ass out.
Farewell, good hunter.
The doll? Yeah, Spirit. You can use the doll, should she please you. Take that, Vicar Amelia. Alright, I'm just gonna use them all. Idiots. I'm all about the podcast life. That pleases me, I can do that. Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna burn them all. I can buy blood vials with what's left over. If you're into Souls, Bonfireside Chat.
Welcome home,
Every day.
good hunter. What is it?
They did Dark Souls, then they did Demon Souls, Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3. Then Sekiro was the first one that was premium. And in between each game coming out,
Very
they did
well,
Souls
let me
Likes.
stand close. Now,
Hey! Just enough to get us there. And I used quite a few blood vials. Actually, I've got a lot more than I thought. Interesting. The Ramble is pretty good. Jerry Rocha, before he started battling cancer, he would pop into my chat every once in a while as Retro Rocha. He streams a lot of retro games on Twitch. I'd give him a follow too. He's about to start twitching again because I think his cancer's in remission. But the Ramble podcast is Jerry Rocha and Eddie Pence, which are two stand-up comedians, and Cody Villafonte, which is a movie critic. They're pretty good. I know what I was doing. We did all that to get this. Yep. True. Mouse. The button I have only does the ones that are currently in my chat. But he does a lot of retro games. Yeah, his YouTube channel, it does a bunch of video essays on retro games as well. Where were we? We just beat Cathedral Ward. We need to go back. Gotta go back. Get your kids. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a plugin for my Stream Deck. If I press it, it shows me one button for every person that's in my stream that has their own channel. I've got another one that shows me who I follow. Only the people that are live that I follow show up. And if I press it, it opens their channel immediately. If I hold it, it hosts them. So if you were to leave, like, you know, go to bed or something, you would disappear. You would no longer be a button on my Stream Deck. It's pretty slick. I think these two plugins are made by Bar Raider. Bar Raider makes a lot of really cool plugins for Stream Deck. Okay, she's losing her goddamn mind, which is good for us. I'm gonna be honest. I think I have you on auto host, so I don't think it was me. I think it was just me.
Thank you. The town is in disarray.
What is your hair doing, girl? Do you starch your hair?
We await the help of the healing church. I cannot begin to. The only thing, if
Yeah. You won't do this, right? Because I have Yosefska's blood vial?
of coming now.
Oh. Never mind.
Brave hunter.
What is my foot
They
doing?
are.
Look at my foot. I feel like Sonic the Hedgehog. Alright, this is his idle animation. Actually, when I said that, I reminded myself of Ant-Man and Endgame. Somebody peed my pants. I don't know if it was old me or young me or just me. That's right, you don't want none, hun. Okay, they're not roaming no more. Let's do it. Madman's knowledge is boy Elroy. I say pizza, you say cutter. Woohoo! Now this has got the reach I'm looking for. What is physics? What, you mean this weapon? Nah. Jane, his wife. Use you? Ow. Good night, every day. Thanks for hanging out. I'll still be around for a while. Oh shit, I forgot you're lurking in the fucking wings. Slurpy, slurpy, slurp, slurp. Blurpy derp derp. His boy Elroy. Quicksilver, also known as Mercury. Flap. Yes, we need 5 of those. Ah, we got the next upgrade to our weapon. Hi, guys. Hi. That's a long wave. There we go. Well, you know, I do what I can. Things get crazy around here. Our meteorologists are basically rock stars. They're seen in the same light. I'm sorry, is that Earth and Peak in the distance? But yeah.
Good to see you safe.
Gary
Now,
England
let's think
said
up
in a
something to
documentary
discuss.
one time about the May
Just tell me
'99
what piques
Oklahoma
your
City
interest.
tornado that,
I bid you, may
you know, Oklahomans
must go.
watch the weather. If you don't, you
I bid
die.
farewell. May the good.
Started having earthquakes several years ago. That was new. Now the sky's trying to kill us as well as the earth itself. Great. Oh, man. Was it like around 2010 or something when Joplin got wiped off the map? He was dead the whole time. Oogity boogity boogity boo. Did you? I am sorry to hear that. Yeah, that was a thing. Actually, nah, no. I had just moved, not too long to Tulsa from Moore when the May '99 tornado hit. And yeah, that was scary. It went through one of my friends' neighborhoods. John lived a couple streets over from Michelle. They lived in the same neighborhood. It went between their houses. Yeah, that's rough, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I need to go over here. Yeah, pretty much. I was pretty much that way for a while. Then my kids were born. And I'm not nearly as desensitized as I was. That shit hurts. That shit really hurts. A lot of things changed when my kids were born. It's not that I didn't take it seriously, but I was the type that would like run outside to try to get a picture of it or something. Because I think off on their own, tornadoes are gorgeous. Not when they're ripping through a neighborhood, but when they're just out in a field harmlessly, I think they're beautiful. But yeah, then my kids were born, and it was like, the fuck do you mean there could be a tornado? Why the fuck does it have to be tonight? Why does it have to be any night? Now that we've got 2 tornado seasons, thank you, climate change. Thank God, though, climate change doesn't exist. Am I right? Yeah, it is Crazy. Are you gonna open? Thank you. Man. Well, thankfully, one of our senators walked into the Senate chambers with a snowball and was like, look, global warming's not real, and everybody believed him. So he single-handedly saved us all.
Oh my, what a queer scent.
Right? Hey, now.
Stench of blood and beasts any day.
I mean, unless you're interested.
What is it then?
I'll have any scent you want then.
I'm off during hunts, and besides, this is no place for ladies. Wouldn't want to drag you down too.
Does she have a different dialogue when you're a female character? I've never noticed that. Hey.
Oh, thank goodness. Might you note the night, please?
You need to go to Erden
Perhaps.
so that you can get pregnant and birth an alien baby. Yeah. I hate living here. This is where all my family and friends are, and I want my kids to grow up near their grandparents and stuff, so we're probably rooted here.
What you think this is? Well, I'll have nothing to do.
Oh, nothing to do with your beast hunts.
What's this too? I heard you told that. Well, she's a downfall. Why? Oh, you.
So this guy's tricky. You have to tell him to go the opposite of where you want him to go. If you want to save him, you have to tell him Yosefka's clinic. If you tell him Erden Chapel, he will go to Yosefka's clinic, and then he will die.
Yeah, sorry. Too sharp for that bollocks. I know a superstition when I hear one. Outsiders. Even their lies are predictable.
Yeah, he always goes the opposite of where you tell him.
Still preying on folks with your book of lies.
But your book of lies?
Yeah, I knew you'd back 'em. Yeah. What?
Did I just fuck this up? Hold on. Come back.
Yeah, so
I didn't realize you could change your answer. Yep, that's what happened to me. That's pretty much what happened to me. I know exactly how you feel. Oh shit, I forgot about you. 1 and 2. 2. 2 whacks to the center of a wolfen. Rar rar. Oh, I forgot about the guy. Got a gun. I don't like it. Bow. Actually, lost a few friends this year. Well, one a couple years ago, and then one for sure this year over that stuff. He reached out to me after a few years of never hearing from him. Wanted to get together. Told him my concerns about COVID, and then he just like went off on me. Oh my God. And yeah, just throw the final nail in the coffin. Yeah, just keep beating my corpse. Yeah, just turn me into red jelly. Yeah, and then he freaked out at me. And then he went like bipolar and was like, oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. And I was like, you know what? Just fuck it. And I blocked him. Seriously? Oh, here he is.
Ah, you. The swindling off-comer. Did you really think that'd work? Now, go away.
That means, where's my love? There she is. Heyo. About as normal as Bloodborne characters look. Oh.
Oh, hello.
I see.
Thank you.
That makes a
I'd like
lot
to
more
tender my
sense.
thanks, but I can't imagine what all like. But
Oof. I think it's Yosefka she doesn't want.
oh, I'm sorry.
No, 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 no. Adela?
Oh, I'm sorry, Alice. Oh, good. Come close. I'm always.
There we go. Now that's settled. Yeah, the denim long skirts and the hair in a real tight bun. Yeah, I'm in Oklahoma. I know. I went to college with a girl. Oh shit, that was Pentecostal. She was actually all right. She didn't seem as strict as other Pentecostals I've met in my life. My family, like my extended family, was always Assembly of God, which is fairly strict, not nearly as strict as Pentecostal. My parents switched to Baptist. I guess, is agnostic what I'm looking for? Whatever. You do you. There may be a God, there may not be. I think agnostic is the word I'm looking for. Get it? Yeah, bullet went right through me. Wait a minute. If Phoenix is in Kansas, how is she watching the stream? If she's in Kansas, she's clearly Amish. I have all the evidence I need. Hold on. I might have an issue if you only wear biker boots and a wallet chain. I would appreciate you to wear a little bit more than that. Couldn't you say to your family, oh, that's a shame, man. I'm really sorry to hear that. That's not good. Over here. Oh, that wasn't enough to kill him. I'm used to one-shotting these types of fools. No, you first, then me. There we go. That's right. You keep shooting the fence, buddy. Yeah. I've never understood the whole Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve thing. What the fuck does it matter? Yeah, people love who they love, and people can do whatever they want as long as everything is consensual, no one's getting hurt. People are who they are, they love who they are, love who they are. They love who they want, is what I'm trying to say. And, yeah, what's it matter? Yeah, I understand that. How do I say this? I'm all for people doing whatever they want to do, including religions. I don't really truck with the anti-religion groups because I think that's, in my opinion, the same problem but on the opposite end of the spectrum. Oh, why am I so dark all of a sudden? Oh, hold on. Did it focus on my hand when I put my hand up? Yeah, I never really got that because I never really agreed with anything anybody at church had to say. There were 2 pastors. I went to, all the way through 8th grade, I went to Christian schools, private Christian schools. And, one pastor owned one of the schools. I actually really liked him. And I firmly believe that he... Oh, that was a further drop than I expected. I firmly believe that he practiced what he preached. He was a really solid dude. Probably wouldn't get along with him politically or anything. But for the most part, I actually saw him practice what he preached. The other one that was pretty okay. Oh, shit. Forgot I didn't take you guys out. Was a youth pastor at the same church/school. He was pretty good. And he was of the mind that if nobody's getting hurt, everything's consensual. You go with God. Like, it's not his job to judge. God does that type of person. He was pretty cool too. Yeah, I kind of missed the whole idea of separation of church and state. That needs to come back. That was a good idea. Don't know why we abandoned it. Yeah, I never really did any of that stuff. My parents are a bit odd. Like, they don't really have, like, friends or anything. They just kind of have each other, and they don't even really like each other that much. So, I don't know. My mom used to talk for years about getting a divorce, and she just never did it. It was always as soon as I was out of high school. And then it was as soon as I'm out of college. And then it just never happened. Jesus! Well, I guess that's not that different than what I did. Yours is more intense. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to compete with you. You win. Pentecostal is pretty rough. But between chapel days and stuff at school, that's probably about what I did. Now that I actually stopped to think about it. Oh shit. That same private Christian school, though, is where I met Bobby. Met him in middle school. Going there. Oh, I forgot. These guys are excellent drop rates for them. Snake trials? The fuck is a snake trial? It sounds like some kind of, like, if the person floats through a witch thing. Can I hit you? Oh, come back. Baby, come back. Yeah. Freaking the game. Oh, fuck. I didn't think they could see me. I barely stepped to the left. The fuck? Oh, you can hit me through the trees. This is the other one. Those two shooting at me. By the way, if you need bullets, this be the place. And pebbles, apparently. Oop. You're a little too late, my friend. Holy shit. No pun intended. That's a thing? Oh, oh. Have you ever been in chat when Zam with the Plan is here? I don't know about any of your friends or if your wife does anything with Twitch. I don't know if he's someone she would be interested in. I think this is how it's spelled. But he's gay, and the majority of his community is gay and bi. And they just you on Twitch. It's a pretty safe space. I hang out in there quite a bit because he's pretty cool. I found him sometimes the way I found you. The way if someone that I follow is not on when I do a host at the end of the night, I will sometimes just search out the same game I was playing and pick someone at random. And that was how I found Zam with a Plan. He was playing Bloodborne, and I had been playing Bloodborne, so I searched for Bloodborne. And he's a pretty cool guy. He hangs out in here every once in a while, usually if I'm doing Souls stuff. He's pretty big into Halloween. He has a full month planned out, so he probably won't be in here at all this month, I'm gonna guess. But yeah, he's pretty funny. Him playing horror games is the best. He's got the best scream. And he peaks his levels. Oh, shit. Every time he does it. So, headphones users beware. I think that's a lot of my problem. I don't even remember. Did I pick up the items over here? That's why I got a limiter. Yeah, I tend to be loud. And my voice is really bassy and it really carries. So my audio setup is a nightmare. When I first started doing the podcast with Jeff, the old podcast, we did it in person a lot. And it was a nightmare to keep my voice from coming through his microphone so there wouldn't be an echo of me. The settings we had to, the reason I have a handheld mic is because this is the mic that we used to podcast. I've got two of them, and we had to go handheld because they are required to be really close. They only pick up what is really close to them. And that and a lot of testing finally got my voice to stop coming through his microphone. All right. I think this is a good place to stop for the evening. Yeah, no kidding, man. All right, well, thank you so much for hanging out, Spirit Phoenix, Everyday Idiot. I'm gonna go get some sleep. You should too, Everyday. Jesus Christ, man, it's nearly 12:30. This is Tuesday. High pitch and bassy. There's a combo for you. But yeah, I will be back on Sunday with more Hades. If you're watching this, you clearly know where my Twitch is. I've got a YouTube as well. If you're watching this on YouTube, I've got links to everything down below. I've got all my links in chat and on my Twitch page. I have a podcast, like I said, called Screenplay Rewind. It's available anywhere you can get a podcast, pretty much. It's a book club for movies. Is that not a thing? I swear to God, I made that a thing. I know I've got a podcast command. I have a YouTube command. I have a YouTube command. Stream Elements, why? Oh, speaking of Harris Heller, it's on the Stream Elements page right now. I have a YouTube command. This is what I'm listening to in my headphones right now. Yeah, it's a no-go bro. No-go bros, what they used to call me in high school. Let's see. Do custom commands. Do. I used to have a YouTube command. I have a links command, but I used to have a YouTube command, I know. Anyways, check out my shit. I said we're do Hades on Sundays, so I'll be back on Sunday with more Hades, and then we'll be doing more Bloodborne Monday and Tuesday next week. Who is live right now? John Lonnie is live, so I'm gonna give him a host. I'm probably gonna grab a sandwich before I go to bed. Actually, I'm pretty hungry. I kind of skipped dinner, but didn't. It was weird. But yeah, everyone have a good night. I will see you next week. Podcast on Saturday. New episode drops. The Lighthouse. Our first live commentary on this podcast. Our old podcast, we did live commentaries several times, but this is our first one on Screenplay Rewind. Halloween Day is 1 year of the podcast. So we did a live commentary to celebrate it. So be sure to check that out. So anyways, thanks again. I'm going to host John Lonnie, and I'll be back on Sunday.